zapping now?
All right, we're live.
I can't hear you. What do you want to do? It'd be great if you get both of them in there. Yeah, I'll just sell it as is. I'm not going to mess with that shelving next time.
Okay.
Okay. You want me just to write your check for the 6?
Oh, yeah, that'll be great. That'll be fine.
You don't have to worry about the cash.
I love it. That's perfect.
We'll be straight.
Yep, I love it. That's easy peasy. Oh, I was going to tell you.
Did you get to work?
Yeah.
You took the blink off. I don't know what that is.
I got off the
Fucks
blink.
everything up.
Yeah, that's weird.
Every time it causes me not to be able to have internet.
Yeah,
I
huh?
don't even know what it is.
It's somebody's internet that's strong and we're not able to access. If you had Cash App, we could move
I
money.
can't use that because they limit me to so much a week and I'm
Oh.
paying so many people.
Yeah, right. Okay, fine. All right.
So I don't do
The
that.
checks are always fine, man. You don't have to go get cash.
A lot of people don't have accounts.
Well,
It's
sure.
used to. Yeah, if you got an account, it's just easier.
I have such good viewers. I already have 30 likes, and we're doing nothing.
You know, if we
Thank
just-
you, everybody.
If we just started all over and with TikTok and didn't have anything on YouTube, it'd still be exciting.
It would be, wouldn't it?
I don't care. Listen, I've started over so many times in my
Thank
career.
you guys. I'm getting heart likes from somebody, one after the other. Yeah, it's showtime. Okay, we may as well get going. Yeah, you got to listen to what was going on before we got to start. And give me one moment, and we're going to kick off today's Ron's Wisdom. Okay.
No, not Ron's.
No, Ron.
That's the old title.
Yeah, that's the old type. I'm gonna give a little slate here, so that we start over. Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to another edition of Ron's Real Talk. This is September the 7th, 2022, and today we're talking about success, becoming successful, and understanding what that is. So with no further ado, I'm sorry I'm so hoarse today, so no further ado, we're going to talk to Mr. Ron Bass.
Okay, you say you have a horse in the stable?
I have a horse.
Speaking of that,
Moved
I saw
into
a
my
show the
chest.
other day on, if I could look at you, it'd be great. Yeah, there we go. Now I get somebody I get to talk to.
Yeah, now you can talk.
So I love to have a conversation. So I saw Mr. Ed, the original Mr. Ed.
Yeah.
Pilot. I don't know, a lot of kids out there I'm sure haven't seen that TV
Probably not.
show, but it was a talking horse.
Yeah.
And I saw the original pilot on TikTok the other day, as I recall.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
That was
Way back
fun.
in the day. That was when people appreciated dry humor.
Yes.
Now everything has to be so
Yeah, really
over
blatant.
the top.
Yeah. You're right.
That they can't laugh unless it is. And that's kind of
You're
sad
right.
by itself.
It
At
is.
any rate, everybody, I'm Ron Bass, as he said just a second ago, Mr. Keith. And today is another edition of Soar High Personal Development, which is your source for inspiration. Okay, so today we're going to talk about becoming successful. And Keith, let me just say that it ain't easy.
No.
And you know what? It ain't supposed to be easy. And you know what else? If it was easy,
everybody would do it.
thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So here's sort of a roadmap. I've written down some items here to talk about today. To get to that successful level, first of all, it's going to take hard work.
Yeah.
Everybody probably knows that. Consistency. Really, I think consistency may be more important than anything, Keith, because people like to hit at something and then they back away. Try something and back.
Be there when they show up.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
You have to be like, if you just did something every day, if it's just a few minutes, it's better than hitting it real hard for one day and then not doing it again for a week.
Jiu-jitsu.
Just like jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
If you train every day with something like martial arts, eventually you're going to get better.
Yeah.
If you hit and miss, no, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Consistency is a big word, and it's very important.
Right.
We need to surround ourselves with like-minded people.
Amen.
I was talking to somebody last night about that. If you're hanging out with the wrong kind of people, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be a wrong kind of person yourself. I don't care if it's drug addiction. I don't care if it's laziness. If it's lack of ambition, of course, it's the same kind of thing. You're going to get to where that you're going to wind up the same way they are
I agree with
that's
that.
just the way it rubs off.
I agree with that, and I try to tell people that, and they're afraid to lose those friends, quote unquote.
You're right.
But once they're gone, they're glad they're gone. So
Because their life's going to get better.
indeed,
You got to remember too that people don't like you to be successful if they're not successful.
how about that?
So what happens is that people tend to be critical of others to make themselves feel better about themselves. It's like the
Yeah.
ego won't let you fail. So the ego will lie to you. Hey, you
Yeah,
know what?
this
That
is
guy,
all going
you know why
great,
that guy's
yeah.
successful? He's a crook.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hey, if he's successful, he's got to be crooked.
Yeah,
Because
something
I'm an honest
underhanded.
guy and I'm not successful, so he's got to be crooked.
Yeah,
The ego rationalizes to itself why it's not more successful. And that's unfortunate, but that's the way the brain works.
right.
Okay, so
I'm inviting more people.
mentorship, kind of like the same thing we're just talking about, surrounding yourself with like-minded people.
Okay.
You have to be around people that have more skill and knowledge and success than you do to get to where they're at.
Okay.
And that's just the way it works out. You have to hang out with people that are doing what you want to do. Does that make sense?
It
There's
does.
another saying that spend time with people that you most aspire to want to become like.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hello, are you a lawyer?
Oh, hello. We have
How
someone.
you, are you a lawyer?
No, not a lawyer,
You're not a lawyer. Maybe you're
promoter of peace and happiness, and trying to
pr-
help people be their best.
promoter of East of Happiness. Is that like a
Peace.
a thing?
Well, hang
What
on.
is that?
I'm here. I'm gonna. I can't put you both on.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, I see. All right.
It's
Look,
split
I'm gonna
straight.
go. I'm gonna go on and I'm gonna do my thing. Okay.
All right, King. Thank you.
All
Talk to you
right.
later.
No. I'm not leaving.
Oh, all right. Do your thing. Okay.
Yeah.
What's good? What's good?
Where are
All
you
right.
from?
Yeah. I be thinking about my lyricals, it's difficult. I'ma write it down for my people like it's biblical. You already see me coming up like a lyrical. Thinking about the moments I was down and it was difficult. Haters, I'ma let them be my motivators. I'ma keep on stacking on my paper. You already see me coming up like a legend. It's all about the moments I was stuck and now I'm heading. They don't really see me coming through on my own. It's all about the moments I was stuck all alone. You already see me rapping on the top from the dome. And thinking about the moments I was up on the skies. You already know my man is wearing a tie. He ain't gotta put it up, he doing on his word. You already see me coming, he be doing on his word. That's all about the moments I was stuck on my own. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah. I can
Um,
do whatever, no matter the weather. Rockin' my leather, but under the weather. One do one whatever. You ready? See me coming up, and I be down in the weather.
um,
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
how can I get off of him? He's done.
Hey,
How
what's
can
up, y'all? I'm sorry.
Hey,
I
that's
just
good.
had
Good,
yes,
man. We didn't expect you, but we're glad to have you. How you doing,
right.
bud? Yeah, we don't
Glad
know
to
how
have
to.
y'all too.
Having our producers in the room right now for So High Records.
Yeah, we actually have a record company uh, that you just accidentally auditioned for. You see,
I
Devin?
know. I know. When you was talking about it, and I saw everything, I already knew. So I had to show that I had potential.
Well,
I will say, here's the thing. We're very local. We're in Springfield, Missouri. If you can make it here, I would love to work with you. Not okay. I tell you have a lot of talent. Keep working. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't. A year ago, I didn't have any artists, and now I have 15 on my label. So just keep going.
I
we're
appreciate you.
great, man.
I'm really, to be honest, honestly, I love music, and that's what I'm passionate about. You know what I
I,
mean? And that's all I
we're,
got. I'm just trying to progress it. Eventually, I will progress, but also I need ropes that needs to be taught to me. If I can be able to, someone like my idols, be able to teach me the ropes, I know I can be more creative and better than what I am now. So I'm basically just trying to show how much I'm worth.
All right.
Because I know my
Where do you,
worth.
where do you live? What
I'm
state?
at I'm at Mississippi.
Not too far. Okay. I'm gonna DM you and let's stay in touch. There may be some way for
DM
us to
me.
direct message. I'm gonna send you a
Okay,
direct.
no problem.
You're an interesting guy. I want to get to know you more.
You're gonna
But
send
we
me
want.
what? You're cutting in and out.
I'm sorry. It's King.pro, right?
It's King Prodigy. It's
Got
King
it.
underscore Prodigy. It's right here.
Now, well, it was
It's
cut off
King
a little.
underscore yeah.
All right, my brother. I'm gonna contact.
King underscore King underscore Prodigy 6.
Okay. All right, man. I'm gonna get back to the show. Thanks for popping in.
All right, no
I'll
problem. It
be
was
in
a
touch.
pleasure talking to you.
All right. Thank you, King.
No problem.
All right.
No problem.
I'm not sure. King Pro. I don't know how. Prodigy. I don't know how to D
Oh,
double
I
screen.
got you. I got
You
you. Don't
got
worry.
me.
I know how
Okay.
to do it. Take care.
This is me, by the way. This is me. Yeah. So,
All right, take care.
all right. We're back. Wasn't that an interesting bit of
Well,
kismet?
that's what really it's all about is people wanting to live their dream, become who they want to be, and how to get there. And that's really what our podcast is
It's
all
exactly what it's
about.
about.
Helping people to accomplish
And
their dreams.
that
their
was
goals.
not set up, people watching. That was truly just a moment, a human moment. And I think King Prodigy was kind of moved by that. We were interested. And the passion that young man, I could see. Ron wasn't able to see what I was looking at, but wow. I mean, his
That's what
eyes
this is all
were
about, yeah.
tearing up. He's got passion.
That's
We
great.
want to contact
That's
this
totally
kid.
what, yeah.
And wasn't that amazing to show up right while we're talking about success? Anyway, back to you, Ron.
Okay, so we were talking about basically the roadmap to success, and goals is another big word. And this gentleman that just came on, obviously has that going for himself. You have to set the goal. Keith, if I could look at you a little bit, sir.
Sorry, I'm reading conversation.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all right. And so you have to have a goal. Really is like a roadmap.
You're right.
But it doesn't mean anything if you don't figure out a way to get there. And sometimes there is no exact way to get there. And
Well, you got to
okay.
get on the road, don't you? You got to take the first step. The map doesn't do you any good.
You can't be afraid to fail.
Boy, that's it right there.
That's what happens to most people. They quit.
Yeah.
And you can't do that.
No. But
you have to
that
stay
little
on the track.
voice, keeps telling you you're not good enough. It's hard to shut it up.
It is hard to shut it up, but you know what? That's why you have to hang around people that are more motivated than you are.
Yeah.
It's another big word, mentorship. You have
That's
to
where we
to
were.
find one. I don't care who you are, where you're at, where you live, what kind
Okay.
of. If you're in jail, there's somebody in there
Who
that
can
you
mentor
can
you.
probably connect with. Maybe not somebody that's an inmate, maybe somebody that works there, and it's going to take some time and interest in you. You have to find that person. You don't have to, but it does make a big difference.
Yeah.
The gentleman that I trained jiu-jitsu with, my black belt, he's pretty independent. He doesn't really have a mentor. He's just one of those guys that pulled
So you
himself up
said,
by his
yeah.
bootstraps and made it happen and continues to do so.
Yeah.
Luis Rubalcaba. He lives in Bentonville, Arkansas. But most people aren't that strong. I wasn't that strong. I had my mother when I was coming up. I had a gentleman by the name of Nathan Karchmer, who was a leader in the community that I looked up to as a little boy. And my speech teacher in high school, Bob Ballou, really kind of remanufactured me or retooled me or redirected me to become a different kind of person. My name used to be Ronnie. And he says, no, that's not, you have to go by Ron because that's a more mature name. And I'm like 12 and 13 years old with him doing speech tournaments. And at any rate, he helped me to really build my self-confidence a lot. I owe a lot to that.
How old were you when he switched you to Ron?
I was like 10 or 12, about 12, I think. 13.
And he toughened you up with your name.
But there's another saying. Just call me whatever you want. Just don't call
me late for
dinner.
supper. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Now, here's something else I want to talk about. The truth behind success.
Okay.
People don't want to talk about this. The deal is, it's like sports. Now that I'm involved in a sports business, the jiu-jitsu world, and I do tournaments, they can tell you, a coach can tell you anything he wants to tell you. Hey, if you do this, you're going to be whatever. It doesn't always work that way. You know, one size does not fit all. Some people are just predisposed to success. They've got the genetics, they've got the mindset,
The swagger.
they've got the higher
Yeah.
IQ. I've noticed this about
Often.
jiu-jitsu. People that have high IQs are much better at jiu-jitsu than they are
Oh,
people
truly.
that are. My IQ is somewhere between average and high, and I'm kind of a slow learner. But my friends that have super high IQs, like genius IQs, man, these guys can look at something and they'll learn it immediately.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is, whoever's listening, don't be discouraged if you find yourself not moving along that quick. It's okay, because not everybody's going to have that way about them. And people don't want to talk about that. And you have to be, in my opinion, when you look in the mirror, you have to be real and honest with yourself. That guy in that mirror is who I am. And if I don't like something, or something's bothering me, or I'm below par, I have to figure out a way to get to par and then
Yeah.
above. So that's just the way it goes, guys. I didn't write the rules. I just followed them.
Well, and the thing is, what you just said is exactly right. And you have to start. People know they need to, and they don't do. It seems to be the biggest problem. It's like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know I need a mentor. Yeah, I know I need to get started. Yeah, I know I need a roadmap. They can't get off the throne.
Why can't they? Why can't they get off the
Well,
butt?
that's the million-dollar question.
Well, what's your opinion?
My opinion is self-confidence. Laziness.
How do you
to a
solve
certain
laziness?
Exercise, but that's hard to do, isn't it? I tell a fat person, you'll feel better if you get up. They're not going to get up. So,
Well,
I don't know.
I think there's a problem with our culture generally. I think people want so much convenience. They're not willing to do what it takes to get to where they want to get to. So they fall into this trap of entitlement,
yeah,
convenience, and then laziness. More and more laziness,
right.
you know, just keeps coming and coming and coming.
Yeah.
Smoking pot. I know a lot of people smoke pot. I get it, particularly on the medical side, but pot really,
Well,
on the whole, and the studies have proven, make you more lazy.
it does.
Clouds your brain. You're
and
not.
I
You're not as.
actually-
You're not as sharp.
I would like to plug in there. I'm using cannabis for a medical reason. I'm using it to the point that it has become a burden in a way, yet I'm still going to use it. But it's made me realize exactly what Ron is saying. It's got a little bit of a buffer of your life on it. It's like, it's a pillow. It's putting you on the couch. Don't smoke weed every day. I mean, it has its place.
As this place.
But especially young people, do yourself a favor. Make it a Friday night thing and move on. Because your brain's going to work a lot better without it. And it's good for you, but so is coffee, but you wouldn't drink 10 pots a day. So, back to Ron.
By the way, another thought is luck. Sometimes, Keith,
Luck.
people get lucky.
Yeah, they do.
Now, here's the problem with luck. Ready? It's not sustainable.
No, it's
So
not
let's
even,
say,
you don't even know where it came from.
just say you're an artist, like the gentleman that came on.
Yeah.
And let's say he had a hit song, but maybe he got there he got lucky.
Right.
And then what happens after that? If you don't have the skill to support the art and continue to work to improve your skill level, you're probably just going to be a flash in that pan, whatever that pan is. But if you work hard and you continue to work hard and you have a hit song, guess what? You can probably play music for the rest of your life
There you go.
and continue to make a good living and then some.
Yeah.
But you can't count on luck. If it comes your way, that's great. But you can't count on it.
No.
That's my opinion.
No, yeah. And, well, casinos are built on the fact that you can't count on luck.
So that's the truth behind the scenes, guys. I just wanted to make a point.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will bullshit you and tell you what you want to hear. You know
Yeah.
why, Keith? Because they make money.
Well,
I'm not that guy.
and it's what we want to hear.
When I talk
Yeah.
to people, whether they're my friends or the podcast or the people in the audience who
True.
who I haven't met, but I feel like I have a connection. You know what? I speak from the heart. I speak from experience because I've been through all this. And I
Right.
get it. And I continue to go through this every single day. We talked earlier about the discipline that it takes to manage your day.
Right.
If you're a busy person and you have a lot of ambition, you have a lot of responsibilities, you have to be very focused.
Time management becomes
and
important.
manage your
Yeah.
day. Because you're going to have stuff come along that you're not counting on, and guess what? You have to learn to manage those struggles. And a lot of times things are going to come at you very hard and very fast. and you can't really prepare for it. The only way you can prepare for it is by being fit physically, mentally, psychologically, every single day, all the time, as much as possible. So when stuff does go wrong, you don't freak out.
Yeah.
You can handle it. At least in some capacity, you can handle it. Does that make sense?
It does. There's a saying in the slang of the culture right now called, if you're ready, you don't have to get ready.
I like that.
And it's kind of what you're saying. Be ready
I like that.
for your miracle. When it comes, grab it. When your luck comes, get it.
I want to make another quick comment. This is a little bit of a side story, but when I was a little boy, I had a gentleman named Nathan Karchmer. He was the mayor of Springfield, Missouri in 1950. Yeah, great guy, Jewish guy. And he taught me something at a very young age. I was probably 10 years old. He said, Ron, just remember this. To save one person's life is as if to have saved the whole world.
You tell me that.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing. And recently I'm watching a clip on TikTok, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
By the way, he was a brilliant guy.
Fred Rogers.
And he had the show called Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood on PBS, as I recall.
Forever.
Helped a lot of people, but he was interviewed one day, and here's what he said. They said, Mr. Rogers, golly, you're so successful. How many people do you think you've helped? You know what he said?
No.
He said, I don't get into the numbers, man. He said, if I have just helped one person, it was worth it to me.
There you go.
And I thought to myself, wow, I hadn't heard that kind of a statement since I was a little boy by anybody else.
Right.
And I thought how appropriate that is and how true that is.
Yeah.
Don't worry about trying to change the whole world. Change one person's life, and that's changing the whole world.
There you go.
Does that make sense?
Well, it does.
It sounds a little dramatic, but let me tell you something. Think about it. When you turn off the podcast today, I want you to think about that.
I will. Yeah, but that it makes sense to me in that like the movie The Butterfly Effect. One change on this world can affect great change.
It's powerful, isn't it?
Throughout this world.
Well,
So,
I think it's time for our commercial,
all right.
which is we're sponsored by America's Same Day Service, which is another one of our companies. We're a home repair service. And if you'll go to our website, samedayservice.com, you'll see a place to place a work order in your city. And if we're not in your city, we'll let you know right away because we're trying to be nationwide. We're not quite everywhere. And if we are in your city, we'll respond right away and get a technician out to your home. So that's our commercial today. Any other final last thoughts, Mr. Keith?
Well, I got to tell you, I'm super happy with how the day went. The surprise from King Prodigy was truly a surprise.
Yeah, it was great.
And it really
We
fit.
would encourage more people to chime in.
Please make your comments, which I see several of you did. Thank you. And we always want roses and kisses. Send those as well. So for that,
Let me wrap up by saying, just remember, if you don't give up, the stars will always line up. So until next time, stay positive.
and we're out.
What was our time?
25 minutes.
That's all right.
Perfect.
I mean, the attention spans, we don't have to do 30 minutes. I think 15, 20, 30 minutes.
I'm still rolling.
Oh, you're
I
still
took it to
rolling?
black because I'm still getting life.
Okay, well, keep rolling.
Dry
You're the
humor.
producer, you
It's
know more.
dry humor. Look at all these comments. I'm leaving this on because I want to read the comment. Encourage your friends. Not for everyone. He's a CIA agent. If you follow King Prodigy, you can go live together, someone suggests. Someone else gave 3 arms up.
Nice.
And someone said, ask him how is the water. I don't know what that means, but I appreciate the comment.
Probably like I'm high or something.
Hard to find these people. I used to freak out. But no, I think this person's kind of Indian.
Well,
So I used to
how's the
freak out for the smallest discomforts and challenges. Amen. Good notes. I agree. Yeah, nice. Okay, and
Not too
let's.
many negatives there.
Kind of none. Okay, let's. How do I get?